you have drawings printed out, basically, when you print that piece of drawing, it is already considered as outdated. So in the construction site, right, whenever you print something, it needs to have a stamp, it needs to have a signature, meaning that this is the latest file. So this methodologies, right, is quite considered quite old already or quite outdated, because most of the users or consumers that documents are basically there, as I told you before, they're in the older generation, where people started to draw on a piece of drafting paper and basically all the drawings is in front of them. Okay, so there's a lot of uncertainties whenever you print something out already, because whenever you print something out, there might be something or updates that is happening as you print the drawing, right? So what we have been telling to construction firms is that try not to print, especially drawings, because whenever you print something and basically it's coordinated with another person, there is a big tendency that it is already outdated. Somebody might have been updating it already, right? So that's why we are moving into digitizing this workflow and also enhancing the collaboration and basically integrating workflows. And lastly, once we have these integrated workflows, we are able to do analytics. So I think analytics is a bit of a buzzword also, because whenever you do something, it has to have measurable outcomes, right? So those are the things that we are promoting with BIM 360 and trying to solve these issues in the industry. So how BIM 360 is improving project delivery? So first of all, so this is the workflow. So I'll showcase to you the application, and anyone has signed up for the trial already? I'll show you where you can sign up. You can connect with your internet. You can do it live also. So we have these different personas. Could be the architects, could be the structural engineer, could be the MEP engineer. So whenever you use Revit, you use the Revit cloud work sharing function. So when you use the Revit cloud sharing function, you can actually update your Revit files directly on the cloud. And from here, you can actually publish different data sets where you can actually use and share that package and also consume that documentation. So if you have your machines with you, so this is the website where you need to go to sign up for the trial. Okay, so you go to this website. So this is the website. So bim360.autodesk.com, then /bim360 design trial. So what you need here is that whenever you sign up, you just need to specify your email address, that's all. And then once you have signed up with the trial, it will give you an access to BIM 360 directly. So with BIM 360, there's no application that you need to install. So everything is accessible using the web browser, all right? So let me just connect to my internet for a while. Okay, so I mentioned to you the workflow here about the architect sharing information through Revit. So in order for you to access, so first of all, whenever you sign up with BIM 360, as I mentioned, right, all you need to have is your internet connection, right, and your email address. So once you have signed up, and whenever you're opening up Revit, so this workflow starts off with, and this is supported whenever you're using Revit 2018.3 and above. So if you're using Revit 2020, 2019, or 2018, you can use this workflow. All right? So you just need to sign up on the BIM 360 website. And then from here, what you can do is that whenever you create a new Revit project, you will see that there's a collaborate tab in Revit, and you can start collaborating directly with BIM 360. So this is a sample. I'll try to make it simple as much as possible. So from here, if let's say if I have a model, like for example this drawing in Revit, what I can do is that I can start uploading this model directly on the cloud. And in order to do that, as I told you, the first step is you need to sign up for the trial, for that BIM 360 trial. And once after you have signed up for the trial, first thing is that whenever you save your files, let's say I'm going to save this Revit project. Let's say Revit at Singapore Poly. So I'll just save this. So in order to collaborate with someone, so look, usually if you need to collaborate with someone, you need to be on the same network. Meaning you need to have you're in the same intranet so that you can share your files with your Revit files to another user. So in order for you to use BIM 360, after you have signed up, we have this button called the Collaborate tab. I don't know whether you've seen this before. And then we have an option here called the Collaborate function, right? So whenever you hit this Collaborate function, you can choose whether you want to collaborate through your network or you want to connect with BIM 360, right? So this is the only step that you have to perform. So to collaborate with someone, so I just need to hit this option, BIM 360 document management, save it. So what happens now is that I have to choose which project I want to store this file. So from here, let me just see if I can save it here under BIM 360. Okay, let's just save it here. So whenever you hit this Initiate tab, it actually saves your file directly on the cloud. So right now, I'm actually streaming this live from my machine here all the way to our servers. So meaning, if you need to invite somebody in your project, once you invited them in, they can start accessing your files live as well. So especially if you're working on a project, let's say a school project, and you need to do this in Revit, you don't have to be on the same network in order to share your design files. So what you can do is just, you need to have BIM 360 design, and then once you use BIM 360 design, you can straight away open up other people's model as well. And that's what I'm going to show you now. So from here, I think it's still saving. So now it's saved. So in the event that, okay, for example, I have another colleague who actually has a design in Revit, and I want to link it in my current project right now. So what I can do here is that, I think you guys are familiar with the managed links in Revit, right? Or the Revit links. So once you have done that, all you have to do is to simply add external resource. Okay? And then from here, I can access BIM 360 files directly on Revit as well. So in this event, what I'm going to do is I'm going to link maybe a structural model, right? Okay, over here. So right now what happens is that it's going to download that file from the cloud, bringing it into Revit. So the workflow is pretty similar to what you guys are doing with the Revit work sharing option. So instead of like doing this locally, basically you're doing this on the fly, basically on the cloud. So if I go to a 3D view here, so it's already linked. So as you can see, I have my model here, and then I have my Revit model from another user. So I can start collating all the information in my current Revit project. So you don't have to worry about local cache files and central files, because all the central files is actually stored into the cloud. And that is what I've done just now. So in my workflow here, so if you're an architect or a structural engineer or an MEP engineer, so whenever you need to share something outside of Revit, so basically you can do this directly from the Revit application. Anyone using Dropbox here? One? How about for the rest? Google Drive or other cloud storage devices? It is similar with BIM 360 as well. So it's just that for BIM 360, it can be accessible directly through Revit. So right now, if you use it by Dropbox, you need to have a Dropbox connector or something in order to do that within Revit. So for us, we have direct workflows within Revit that enables you to collaborate directly within a Revit user. Right? So that's all we have. So over here, so the next workflow is that whenever I need to share a package to someone, I can set in BIM 360 whether do we want to collaborate live, or basically I want to share it to you first before you consume that information. Some firms in Singapore, they don't want live collaboration. Some firms like live collaboration. So what we produce in BIM 360, you can always collaborate live, but you can have the option of, like, for example, I finish this project, now I share it with you. And this is where the design collaboration module in BIM 360 works. So from here, so the workflow here is whenever I completed a model, so I have to sign up in BIM 360. So this is how BIM 360 look like. So you don't even have to install anything, right? So basically it works on top of a web browser. So as long as you have internet connection and a BIM 360 license that you're invited to, you can just open up BIM 360 directly. All right. So from here, one of the modules that we have is what we call as design collaboration module. So under the design collaboration module, this is where you can actually share files that you, for example, I want to share a file with you, but we don't collaborate. We don't collaboratively do live collaboration, right? So with this one, what I can do is that whenever I send a file to you, you have to accept that. So from here, so as you can see, there are different types of persona that I can do inside BIM 360. So for example, if I log in as a structural guy and I want to share something to the from the architectural guy to the structural guy, so there is a timeline here of different set of activities that has been done. So this circles, right, actually represents that, hey, there is an information shared from another user. Okay, so from here, all I have to do basically is to hit this create package. And this is where you can start collecting all the drawings, all the Revit files, all the AutoCAD files that you want to share to another person. So from here, if let's say if I want to share, let's say one of the 3D model here, remember the Revit.sp? We created this model, right? So from here, once I've created this model, so this is my ugly looking drawing here. So from here, if I want to share this amongst other team members, what I can do here is I can simply hit this save button and create this as a package. So from here, I can start sharing this to other groups, right? Because the rest of the group doesn't have live access to my files. So you can choose in BIM 360 whether you want to use live updates or whenever you want to share a package to another team member. So from here, all I have to do is click this one. Let's say, for example, so from here, I can share this package, and then the rest of the stakeholders, whether the structural guy can receive notification that, hey, somebody has shared an updated file. So like in this case, right, I have, if you see on the top left corner, so I have two personas here. One is the structural guy, and then the other one is the architectural guy. So if I click in here as the structural guy, I can see that there was an update made by the architect. And then from here, if that architect actually shared a model with me, I can see the model. So I can see the model directly. So I have the option whether I want to explore this, I want to see what are the changes that are being done, and then from there I can start consuming them. Right? So when I click this consume, it means that it is going to create a copy directly on my folder where we set all the location of our project files. So this is a workflow that is being used by architects nowadays in order to share files between other stakeholders. So before BIM 360, they use SharePoint, they use WeTransfer, they use all different types of cloud storage applications. But the challenge there is that whenever you share something, so for example, if you use WeTransfer, or for example Dropbox or Google Drive, you share with a link, right? So the challenge there is that first you have to download the file, make the updates in Reddit, upload them back again in Dropbox, and then get the other person to consume that information. So it is still possible right now with this workflow, but you need to do a few steps. But as what you can see here in the screen, as what I've shown you, you can do this directly on the CAD environment, meaning you do this directly within Revit, or you can do this directly within AutoCAD if you're using AutoCAD. So from there, all the communication or updates, because once you updated a data, it is automatically synchronized directly on the cloud. So the benefits for architects and basically whoever needs to model something in BIM, all those updates that they do is recorded down in cloud. So before, if let's say if you're using Revit, right? If you're saving your Revit files, sometimes you need to version them, right? I have to save it as version 1, version 2, version 3, and so on. So with BIM 360, it automatically manages those versions for you. All right. Any questions so far? All right. Yes.
Does it support the IFC5?
Yes, it does support for IFC files for viewing. Yes, correct. Thanks for that question. So from here, so this entire workflow that I've been sharing with you, it helps different stakeholders in the project. So, like for example, what is a good example that different system designers use?